Okay, let me see. Going back to this. It's complicated is true. Okay, let's have a look. I see you are playing. But you've only just started. 58. With a Z? Well, maybe this is a good start. Over 60? What? B is annoying. Put in brave, but then my E is right next to my Y, which I don't really like. Z. If I do that. Do I like that? Don't think I do. Is that a word? It is. I need to start thinking more about words where you can turn them around, like basically just palindromes, but I've not done a lot of good palindroming of late. I don't like any of these. Heavy especially I really don't like. I like that it uses the complicated letters, but I don't really like that it only scores 3 points. I'm going to try this one down the middle. Seven isn't great, but it's better than nothing. It's so warm again, just like, you mean like in just terms of weather? Because if yes, I agree, it sucks, doesn't it? VAR, what else does VAR stand for? What does it mean even? VAR. VAR, no, VAR. This one. I know what bar means, YouTubers. My brain might have been broken by all this troubleshooting on my stream setup, but it's not that broken. My goodness. I mean, I appreciate the concern. Because if I didn't know what that meant, there would be something wrong. You're not wrong. Oh, is that better? Interesting. Alright. Yes, no. That's not what I was going with there. I want to put like salve there, but was that actually good? I don't think it is. Because there's no words in the other direction. Every time I see GH, it makes me want to put like laugh or something, but like it's a bad word because it scores like 3 points. And also I don't have a U. I never do as soon as I notice that sort of thing. I don't even know how I'm going to get close to 58 today. 32 already. Bloop. It's got pool in it. It's got loop. It's got loo. You got a bunch of words. Oh yes, your square strategy. I mean, hey, you're doing better than me. TH. This V. This V is causing me problems. I don't like this V at the start. I'm resetting this. I hate this setup. It's terrible. Let's go with store. Not bad for a beginning word. 10. Could be better, but not terrible. I'll move this down here actually. That's better. I like parts more. That's 15. Okay, cool. I've got a starting point. Gloop is not a word. What? Must test this for myself. You know what? I'm gonna make it a word. I'm gonna make it a word right now because that's annoying me too much. Please hold. Oh, I can't do it on my laptop at the moment because I'm in the middle of a thing on that. I must emphasize I'm doing this for you rather than me. So I'm not cheating. I'm enabling. I'm enabling my players. That's my excuse anyway. I don't actually think I'm going to use gloop, but glop is a word according to this dictionary, so have fun with that. I hate that. Thank you so much. Sure, it might be it might be nice to inflict such things upon your sibling, but I am displeased. Oh, by the way, I added a an emote. Can you see it? Yay! You can see it. Good. It is cute. I took it out of my my thumbnail that I have on YouTube and also I think on Twitch. Grand. Please hold and I shall confirm that gloop has been added as a word. I have. I mean, it was very versatile, the setup that you sent me, so thanks. I had to do some morphing of it to make it look right, because otherwise it just looked like it was a disembodied wing. It says I have an unstable connection. Average stream bitrate too high. What does this mean? How do I fix this? I clicked on the thing that was like unstable, and it took me to a thing saying that it was stable, so I'm now confused. Whoops. Okay, so now if I refresh this page, I shall have to remember parts of the thing. If I refresh this page, then in theory, nope. There we go. So now you can have gloop. Anyway, back to what I was doing. No problemo. I am making my life harder by doing that, so you're welcome. About brood. Oh goodness, this is my highest score with 2 words in the grid. That's embarrassing. Oh, I like brood actually. That's quite a high scoring one in and of itself. I didn't expect it to be even close. T-O. Okay, what can I do with that? Okay, thank you. I don't need this every single time. Okay, now every move I make is going to shine at me. Fine, whatever. So I've already got 2. Root. Will it do this? Is this a word? No. Presumably parl is not a word. No. That's annoying. I feel like pearl would be quite good. Is there a way I can reconfigure this to get pearl? Maybe. So it'd have to be in the corner. What if I do like this? Okay, why is this so long? Oh, this is expanding, that's a surprise. Okay, well that doesn't actually really help me. Maybe if I do this over here. Oh, but now this is in the way. Bother! What happens if I just do this? I just want to see how good it is. Oh, it's only 9. Okay, well that makes me feel a little bit better about it. It is really hard. I'm currently in the process of, I think I showed you last time, adding a thing to aim for that isn't just beat my mum. So, look forward to that. I'm going back to this. I liked it, what I had before. And that was here, wasn't it? Yes. this add anything? It does. What if this add pro? Oh, there. Okay, okay, okay. I see it. What about broad? I'll get rid of door, I guess. I mean, I guess. I wouldn't have said it was probably in the dictionary, but yes, I guess it's a word. If it counts, I would call it a word. We can add it if you like, but I'm not going to do it again because it takes me I remind me after the stream, and I will add it for you. What can I do with this H? This? No. I think I preferred O here. Maybe like this. Yeah, but I feel like enough people use it as a word that we could call it one for the sake of this. T-A-R. Just tar. Yeah, okay. Ooh, ploy along this diagonal. I like that. There's something here. I don't have a spare D anymore. Log. Lore. Or just all, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is like proper names, but I feel like enough people use it as not proper names that I think it should count. R-O-A. Raw. It does mean I don't have anything here. Loot. God and dog. I like that. Oh, actually, I'm closing in on mum score. Not that far away. I don't think I'm going to get another 6. Or however many it was. I can't do maths. 7. Yeah. What did I get here? Est. I mean, I suppose I did. Wouldn't really call it word, though. I don't like that neither of these are doing anything. Really? That's still 52? How? Oh, okay. Sure. You know what? I'm happy with 55. I'm going to stop trying to improve on that. Okay. Right. Shall we do some actual game dev stuff? Whee, PNGTuber Plus. Nope, down here please. Or not, as the case may be. Whoops. Where did it go? There we are. Right. Do you remember what we were doing last time? I'm just going to update my stream title, please. Give me a moment. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. Right, what were we doing? Did I have anything that I was halfway through last time? I don't think I did, but let me just check. Oh yes, the costume buttons. I remember now. We switched those out to be an actual proper class. Cool, no changes. Great. Great, like to see it. And I found 10 million of these things. Alright, well, this is a good place to start, I suppose. As good as any. Let's start adding some exports. And that's a button, so I assume it's going to be this. And Max FPS label is presumably also a label. It's in the settings menu. Yeah, okay. And drag, what's drag going to be? Is it going to be a slider by any chance? It is. Grand. Just going to close a couple of extra bonus things down. My laptop is a little bit complaining at me, not too much. Not like last time, thank goodness. What else have we got? What is bounce? What is bounce? Is it just bounce is a label? Oh, okay. So I assume this means that there's two different things called the end of it. Okay, fine, I guess. It's really bothering me that this is not set up nicely. Okay, and I am actually going to add an export group here, which I think is not a thing that we've seen so far. Just makes it a little bit easier to sort everything out, basically. One of the things that I discovered while I was reconfiguring my stream into a 2PC setup is that PNGTuber running on my laptop takes 15% of my CPU. Which, given that Godot running PNGTuber currently is taking up about 5%, that's a touch concerning to me. That is quite high. Anyway, so this is the bounce force label. And I'm going to do first, and then I'm just going to... So there's the bounce force slider. Actually, I'm mad. And bounce gravity label. Does slider not have a thing where you can set a value as well? Scrollable? I don't know why you wouldn't want to have that on, but okay. I guess not. Alright then, that's fine. I don't like category here. It doesn't look as nice. Let me go to export group instead. Yeah, that's better. I might actually also put some things down here in a different category, in a different group even. Costumes. Because we've got more of that. And we've got blinking. Costume check. Is that this? It is. button. I actually want to rename this to background codebearer button. Whoops, no, not there. There, costume check. So we're doing all of this just so that we can make sure that all the stuff is easily referenced like before. So, and I'm going to be switching out all of these to reference, use these variables instead, but I'm just going through that quickly now to see if I can capture everything first. Is it this? No. Yes, there we go. So it's blink speed and blink chance, right? Okay, is that everything? There's also this. What is this? Okay. Let's go up here, I guess. Is it a checkbox? Or was it again? It's called checkbox, so I assume it is a checkbox. 9 Patrect. What does this mean? And what does hasmouse do? Okay, hold on. So this is process. Process is the thing that runs every frame for this object in the scene. Get the global mouse position relative to, like, to local means like relative to this object. This is just like if it is outside these bounds, which I'm sure there's an easier way of doing this, but this seems like a lot of maths to be doing every frame for no good reason. But what does hasmouse even do? It's over here. The settings menu is awaiting. If the settings menu's awaiting costume input value is greater than or equal to 0. What on earth is this? What is keystrings here? What is this? Oh, goodness gracious me. My word. Okay. Once I've moved things to be using exports, I'm going to need to do a lot of just sort of taking stuff out and putting it back in again in a way that makes more sense. Export. That global class particularly really scares me. Just seems very incorrect. Or at least, if not incorrect, very unhelpful. No, didn't want to click on that. I wanted to click on this. Why is that one up here? Okay, whatever. Okay. Then we have bounce force label. I actually don't like calling it bounce force label. That just to me seems like it should be labeled bounce force. I'm going to change this to bounce force value label, and ditto for all of these other ones. I think that's just a little bit more clear as to what this actually is. It's not just labeling it blink chance or whatever, it's labeling it the value of blink chance. Okay, progress. While I'm here. Come on. Go. Okay, fantastic. And okay. No. This is a little tedious, apologies. I'm sure it doesn't make for that thrilling of content, but it is necessary, and that is a lot of programming, is boring stuff. Nope, I wanted to select in here, but fine. Max FPS. Oh yes, I should probably rename that as well. Yeah, no, that one. Just a lot of renaming stuff to make it a bit clearer is what we're doing right now. Fine. This is still working fine, and then we need to do the same thing for the blink speed. Exactly. It really bothers me that this is not consistent. But you know why it is not consistent? Because it is really hard to change any of this stuff, because it is not in a control. It is in a bunch of manually positioned 2D values, 2D nodes even. I think it might be time to fix this. Yeah, okay, so let me find, do we have settings menu reference anywhere else directly, and is it of type 2D? Probably it is in main. Oh yes, but it's type of settings menu. Great. Control, save. Is that immediately going to break? There is one error. You know what that is fair? And right now I am just going to do put this back in. I will fix this later because I don't like it anyway, and right now I refuse. Okay, so I've changed this to say control, have I? Already? Yes, great. So now I'm just going to change type to control. Hooray! Okay. Unless I make this... no, it's fine. Background 9 pan track, there we go. Settings menu as a control. Background, what do you mean background? Oh, like background of the whole thing. Window background settings, and you are becoming a control as well. So actually first I'm going to add a child node, and I'm going to add a VBox container. VBox container is pretty straightforward. It just stacks stuff on top of itself. It's not on top of itself, stacks its children on top of one another. There we go. Right, let's change you. Control. Though, why even are you a thing? What are you? What do you have under you? You have... Okay, so you just have this top thing. That's fine. So I'm actually going to change this type again. Not to a control, but I'm going to go specifically to an HBox container. Which, as you might imagine, is the same as a VBox container, but horizontally instead. And I'm actually going to put that under the VBox container for now, if it will let me. Come on. Yes, there we go. And obviously this is like right up in the corner, but it's not going to be for long. So this, I'm going to say, layout. Don't love this. So they've used a 9 patch rect here, but you can do quite a similar thing to get the same look. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again, because for the sake of tidying everything up, I might as well. So I'm going to do a panel container. Panel containers will sort of expand dynamically based on the controls that are in them. Unfortunately, right now we only have the one control that's actually doing anything useful, which is here. But give me time, I will get there. And also this label, I think. I think this label is the thing that's determining all of the layout right now. This, then let's get this theme override, which I don't really need it to be an override, but it's fine. Style box texture. Go, and then if I go and find... What is this 9 patch rect actually using? Let me have a look. What is this? This is tooltip box. Okay. Tooltip box. Then if we go texture margins, what, like 4 pixels? Is it? Maybe it's a little bit more. Maybe let's go with 8 on all sides. And it does the same thing as a 9 patch rect, except not. Interesting. What is this thing that's happening? Oh, that's this back. Okay. I'm actually going to delete that and also just going to comment out all of this. Put this back in question mark. And for the sake of it, I'm just going to comment this out as well, so we don't have to think about it. Nice and tidy. Right, okay, so now this is working and will just expand like normal and we don't have this whole extra object. This is its own texture. But why? Because we have the ability to do this instead. Where is the... transparent.png? I'll just put that up there directly. Hide that. Where's this box that's happening? Hold on. Edit pencil. Wait, this is a different edit pencil. This is a different edit pencil than they used elsewhere. Oh my goodness. Isn't it? This is editpencil.png. What do they use in the main... 1 second. This is going to look a bit weird, but... yeah, what do they use here? That's different, right? Oh, these look like a random subset of this. Ah, it is a Sprite 2D. You know, whatever. It's fine. I will just use that pencil for now. With a colour picker button, and let's just do edit pencil, sure. Why can I not see it? Let's make this a bit bigger so we can see it just for a minute. Maybe it's because you can't see them underneath that. Well, anyway, I'm going to add a texture rect, which should work just as well. But this is going to be the button icon texture rect. Let's make this, whoops, anchored to the same size as the fullness of its parent. Edit pencil. Maybe a bit less than that, actually. Let's do fit high proportional just to have that nice keep aspect centered. And let's actually say, let's anchor it to the center and make this at minimum 20 by 20. Or maybe it'd be nice to anchor it to the bottom right instead. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. No. Like a 25. There we go, that's not bad. Okay. I'm also going to go in here and not that. Up the separation of items. Let's make them 10 apart so there's a little bit more of a gap in here, maybe 15 even. Okay, progress is being made. Let's delete that. Now I'm just going to move all of these down here. And how big did I make you? I made you 50 by 50. Sure. Let's do the same thing here. What is this? This is the thing I left behind before. Delete. What is this button? That is the transparent button. Let's move you up a bit. You need to be 50 by 50 as well. What's going on there? It's downright weird, I tell you what. Just like double outline, that's the word. So we're just going to click expand on this for it to just sort of just push everything over if need be. What is this other thing? What is this doing? This is going into on confirm click, which is very vague, but no, I don't want to do that. I want to go in here. Okay, I guess. Whatever. Anyway, just tidy these up as well. Come on. You still linked? Yes. Okay, to change you to an HBox container, much similar fashion. Except you need to be child with a VBox container. this I'm actually going to also say how do I do this? I can never remember exactly what the thing is. I think it is. It's going to temporarily grab layout and custom, and I'm going to grow upwards. Yeah, so you live down here actually. Great. Anyway, this, and let's get the slider pushing everything outwards by hitting expand. Also feel like this should be a line. No. The slider needs to shrink to the center actually. There we go. Why does this one have a confirm button, the rest don't? That's so weird. These all have... I guess it's because of this thing. But then... Oh, it's okay. Okay, so I guess it's because of that. But that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go through and change these. Doo-doo-doo. I am looking forward to seeing how well this runs after I'm done with this. Bounce force value label, bounce force slider. That was not as efficient as I had hoped. I think this is a slider. Oh, no, actually, this is a blink. The slider and the label are the other way around. This one. Okay, let's move that up there to make them consistent, at least with up there. Ditto this. Don't need 2 L's there, thank you. Let's rename out something better. Great, and let's change this one as well. Hello? Oh no. Yes, I also hope you're having a good time watching Lurking Friends. I think there might only be one Lurking Friend, because I think it's you and me, and then some mystery other person. Welcome to whoever it is. Hope you're enjoying the chill stream where I'm just sort of tidying things up. I feel like I need to have music or something, but I don't know what I would even have, to be honest. Why are you stressed about this? Oh, I don't care about that, to be honest. I'm sure that's fine. Checkbox. Bounce forced label. Wait. Yeah, okay. This is confusing. The blink speed value is changed. We set this slider. We set, if it's 0, then that's fine, we leave it to 0. If it's not 0, then we divide 1 by the value. Okay. Sure. I will let that be. Oh yeah, I suppose it's a kind of a good decent body doubling type deal. Maybe I should add that to my stream title or something. Oh yes. Were you here for this where I just commented this out and was just like, to do, put this back in? Because I'm not dealing with that mess. Okay, so then same deal, HBox container to just lay this all out nice and horizontally. Then put this under here, not there. This is a bit bigger. Let's do 30 by 30 at least. Maybe even bigger than that. Why is it so little? I will fix this later, I think. I'm also just going to quickly increase the spacing here because everything's kind of on top of each other. I mean, some of these things are on top of each other for other reasons. Not 100, geez, 10. Maybe 20. Okay, I'll just put spacing in. Obviously, these things have not been converted yet, so I'm going to do that now. And that will help with a lot of this overlap stuff. Then I will sort out all of the everything being squished and disorganized. Same deal. Ooh, do I want this to be an HBox container actually? I think maybe I don't. I'm going to make this its own VBox container. No, I didn't want to add a child of this. Delete. Delete. Change type. There we go. No, VBox container. There we go. Yeah. This is going to look a little bit weird for a minute while I just sort of figure everything out. Just going to change all of these to HBox. Is it going to let me multi-change type? Guess we'll see. Yes, it did. Fantastic. everything is organized in this. Does it look like a mess? Absolutely, that looks absolutely awful, doesn't it? But that's okay. We'll fix it. Okay, so we were going to put the value, whoops, not that. We're going to put the value after the slider as it was before. Whoa, not that. Didn't mean to do that. Yep, slider first, then the label. To be fair, this isn't my mess. So if I turn off word wrapping, that might help. Why is word wrapping even turned on for this? And for you as well. Shoop. There we go. It's a bit better. A little bit. Fraction. Why are these separated? Why are these in the same thing? This doesn't make any sense. Do I want to go as far as setting a default theme? You know, I kind of do. So what I'm considering now is, so everything is really squished together, and I can go through and set theme override, which overrides the default theme. And I can go through and change every single one of these to have the same spacing. Or I can set a UI theme right at the base, like in the settings menu. Then that will just set all containers that have separation for everything, which seems nicer, I think. So I think I might do that, even though it's a bit of a faff. So let me add a new folder called themes, even though it's only going to really have one thing in it. And I will create new resource. Theme. PNGTuber Pro pop-up theme. Sure. And then I shall add a type that this affects, and it's hbox container. And I wish for the default to be yes, I would like to add a default value, please. Please. You know what, fine, I will do up here. 10. And then let's also add the box container. Maybe let's set these to close 15 because it's a bit nicer. And then, oh yes, so I had already set this in the theme override, this sort of background thing. But I'm actually going to save as. I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to call it pop-up background style box. And if I grab a panel container, and I go in here, then I can go this and load the pop-up background style box. Great. Now if I go in here and I just set the theme, can undo this because it's already set. I'm just going to undo a bunch of these things that I'd already set up because these are all already sorted out. Okay, great. While I'm there, I'm actually going to change the style box, and I'm going to say we want margins for the content of, let's say, 10 on all sides. That's too small. 15 it is. Great. What is happening here? feel like the blink speed should be further up, and status update as well. Shorten file names. That's such a random thing to have in here compared to everything else. No, you know what? Truncate file names can stay here, but I'm going to add a couple of extra bonus fun little things just to sort of give this a bit more nice visual separation. Let's add a separator. Put that here. I am going to move not there. Here, you doofus. I am going to move the blink stuff up here though. No. Up here. Great. Let's add another separator. No. Jeez, this is fiddly and a bit annoying. Another one. I'm just going to separate off the blink speed from everything else. Great, that'll do. I know they're called, kind of got random numbers at the end, but that works for me, I think. Okay, so this has got such a big gap because this checkbox is huge and is not doing what I wanted it to do, so let's just turn that back to 3030. Look a bit less weird. For this, let's have the slider expand, shall we? Yup. And let's grab all the sliders actually. No. Whatever. Layout. Container sizing. Expand. There we go. Why didn't you grab this? Is this not a slider? No, it is. So why didn't you grab? Okay, fine, whatever. Okay. Might also limit the slider size to a particular length because having them all be slightly different is kind of annoying me. I didn't rename that one. Let's set the, where is it? Custom maximum size. Let's go. How big is it currently? It is currently 280. So let's say 240. Kind of like that as the standard length. Isn't this so much tidier? Oh, not that. This. These two labels I'm actually going to make, because how big is this actually? This is, let's make these both minimum 120 wide themselves. Nice and tidy. These, I feel like these need to be separated up. Is that what I said it would be? Why is this centered? Did I do that? I don't think I did that. Okay, and same difference here. for consistency, and then I'm going to go back up to settings menu. Make sure we've still got the right things in the right place. Oh, we don't have any of the things in the right place. That's okay, I can fix that. Blink speed slider. Blink chance slider. Blink chance value label. Blink speed value label. Nice. Bounce on costume change checkbox. There we go. Got everything else to save. Then I'm going to change this to not need blink speed at the start. Same here. Okay. Nice and organised. Now where are the costume hotkeys? I see them, but where are they? Ah, you need a custom minimum size. Let's make you 100 tall. Is that it? 300 tall. This is making quite a tall settings menu. I see now why this was sort of over here. Okay, well, we wanted costume things to be here as a separated outs in the, sort of their own place. Why don't we just what was there? I just couldn't see it. Maybe I can put this here. I don't even know what status updates are in this situation, in this scenario even. And let's get rid of this one actually. These things might as well be there. Re-enable mic on costume change does seem a bit more relevant to costume stuff, so let's put this up in here, I guess. Okay. And I think I want this to be on one side and this to be on another side, just like splitting this section. So I'm going to add an HBox container. HBox container? Maybe not. Maybe a split container. Actually, I can rename it to split container. And dragging is not enabled, it is hidden, and none of these things. One split offset, and it is 0.5. Oh, okay, fine. It is in then like this. We will fix that in a minute. So clearly 100 is not the one. Oh, why did this 124. Okay, so let's make this like there we go. Except that's not 130, is it? Oh, okay, I see what's happening here. 180 maybe? No, 200? What is going on? Well, that's not right. This is expanded to fill, but this is not. So let's go here and hit expand. There we are, that's nicer. Now these sliders are really tiny now though. 250 I meant, right? Okay, 240, yeah, that's a bit better. I'll do. Don't know if I love this layout, especially because of these things being squished. This I am going to override this, and I'm going to say separation back to 0, please, or maybe like 3. How do I make this nice? Let's swap these over. I'm going to rename this to something better. Costume, options, debug container. Maybe I move the sliders here. I can move these to just sort of be below it. Oh, but they need to be their own flipping. Okay, one sec. So if I delete or delete, oh my god, delete. Yes. And then grab these two and actually move them down here. Do similarly. Okay, I don't hate it. I will also put word wrap on for you and also expand this so it looks the same. Great. Don't love these teeny tiny little checkboxes. They're so small. It doesn't seem to do anything. Don't really understand why. Anyway. Okay, now do we have everything assigned? We still do, great. So what happens now if I do this? Will it cry at me? Very possible that it will cry at me. Settings menu. Oh, it's all the way up there. Okay, fair enough. Where is the settings menu in this main scene now? Well, hail. I suppose it's not an info pop-up canvas layer actually. Let's actually leave you there. Where should you be? You back bottom right. You, sir, are very large. I actually do feel like this should not even be anywhere related to this. Where do I put you? You know what, I need a new canvas layer. Edit mode canvas layer, and I'm just going to not view. It's not edit mode canvas layer, just edit mode canvas layer can exist, I guess. This is actually just like standard mode UI layer, I suppose. Settings menu, there we are. And let's change that to bottom right again. Great. It's very large. Very large. I suppose this thing doesn't need to be quite so tall anymore. In actual fact, why are you this large? That's a good question. Oh, because I changed this. There we go. I knew it'd be somewhere. Let's actually make this 200. Whatever I did to this, I will just undo. Great. Significantly less large. Save. Actually, you know what, this is more like top right. Settings button is actually below it. Blink chart still centered, that's annoying. Do not be. Thank you. What can I do to make this a little bit more compact, if anything? How big is this text size? 16, okay, that's fine. What is our reference size? Is what's going on here? 12 divided by 17, 720. Okay, is this really that tall? Well, it's not that tall, I suppose. Okay. I reckon we put this all in a scroll. Yeah, why not? This can expand to fill. This settings button to be visible below. Okay. So how big did I make that? I made that 572. That's a horrible number. Let's make this actually a mildly less horrible number. No, I stand corrected. That is a worse number actually. And let's move it down a bit. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to head off soon. But I think this is doing good so far. Yes, I mean, it's less rest and more just like we need to go and do other life stuff. Exciting. What book are you watching? Watching? Reading? You know what I mean. You know what? I figure out the settings menu positioning once I have moved all of these things into the UI as well. Right, well, that's quite a lot of changes. I'm going to make sure I've got everything. Yes. Settings. And you is actually now UI. Hooray. Commit to push. Oh. Oh, because I've got a to-do. Enough. It's going to complain at me otherwise, but that's fine. Grand. What new book are you going to be reading, Abby? Ah, there we go. How exciting. I was not going to correct you on your spelling of fairies. I'm not going to lie. It sounds like fun. Sounds like a good book. I love a cozy book. A nice, easy read. Sometimes exactly the thing you need. I have a bunch of non-fiction books that I want to be reading, but I find non-fiction so hard to read. But maybe I shall try and tackle one later. Anyway. Yeah, they're not straightforward to read, I will say. I feel like I've half read many. What is this complaining about? Oh, that's okay. I will fix that another time. Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining. Yes, I mean that is such is life of reading books, I think, for me at least. No problem. And anybody else who watches back on the VOD, I will do my best to cut out all the tech problems right at the beginning, because that was a nightmare. But fingers crossed that from now on things shall be a little bit more smooth. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Alright. I will see you next time. Thanks for joining. And I suppose if you're watching the VOD, send me a follow. Join the dev team, as the goal says at the bottom. Bye. See you soon.